Hello and welcome to Lag Show Gaming. My name's Kiwi War, and today we're gonna have a slightly different type of video. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on E3 and the latest tech news, as well as what's going to be happening with the channel over the next couple of weeks and months. And in the background, whilst I'm talking about this, is the game, as some of you may or may not know, Heroes and Generals. This game is a free-to-play World War II shooter, and it's possibly, in my opinion, one of the best shooters, well, World War II shooters out at this time. Okay, so let's get into it. One of the first games that I'm going to talk about is one that I'm very much looking forward to, and it's The Division by Ubisoft. Now, this game is a open world military role-playing game, and it has some interesting game mechanics, and, well, it's got both PvP and PvE, so, you know, you can kill other people on this open world server, as well as missions like against AI and stuff like that. It's a post-apocalyptic setting in New York after a disease, virus, something or other like that, has gone around and killed most of the population off. You're playing as a elite soldier. Whoa, funny that. Never would have guessed a military game put you as an elite soldier. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As long as, you know, it being Ubisoft, they could mess it up, but I am forever hopeful that it's going to be good, and hopefully when it comes out next year, we'll be getting some gameplay on the channel. Also, another big announcement from E3, well, slightly before E3, was Fallout 4, and I believe it looked good, but I've never really been a massive fan of the Fallout series. I've never really played it much, but this gameplay that we got from E3 and slightly before it, well, it may change my mind, and you may be seeing me playing Fallout 4 in the future. It does look like a very, very good game, to be perfectly honest, and some of its features that they've showed off are incredibly nice looking, and should possibly be something that other game developers are jealous of and or learning from. I am looking forward to see how it turns out in the end. And of course, there was the big announcement, well, not really announcement, but the first look at the gameplay from Star Wars Battlefront 3 by EA. Now, I started E3 this year, really looking forward to seeing what Battlefront 3 had in store, but after seeing all the gameplay and stuff, I'm slightly disappointed, but still hyped nevertheless, and you're probably going to be seeing this on the channel at some point in the future, probably a couple of weeks after it's come out, if the reviews are looking any good. Now, the reason I'm mainly disappointed at this game is because the gameplay just didn't look quite as nice as I thought, possibly a bit too simplistic, and the graphics just weren't quite up to what I was hoping them and expecting them to be from such a renowned developer and publisher as EA and DICE. I believe they could have possibly done a little bit better, but then again, most of the gameplay we saw was from a alpha version of the game and running on PS4, so hopefully when it releases on PC, it's going to be looking much nicer and have much better game mechanics, because I'm scared it may be too simple, but we never know, so we'll wait until that comes out. We also saw some footage from the new free-to-play shooter called Dirty Bomb. Now, this is probably something that's going to be covered a bit more on the channel in depth in the coming weeks or so. As I said, it's a free-to-play first-person shooter, sort of Counter-Strike stylish, but not really. It has some interesting mechanics and game modes, and it's quite popular on Twitch and YouTube and stuff at the moment. But you'll probably be getting gameplay from us soon, and possibly a more in-depth review on it than this, but the footage that we showed off at E3 does look quite nice, and it's certainly a game that you should be looking to play. And you have no excuse not to, as it is a free-to-play game. Now, possibly one of my most favourite games that was shown off at E3 is the new one from EA called Unravel. And the reason this game just made its way straight to the bottom of my heart was because of the announcement of it. The way that the creator-director came on stage, he legitimately looked like he cared about this game. And this game, if you guys haven't heard, is a physics-based platformer with some interesting mechanics, and you play as Yanni, who's kind of a character made of yarn, and which should look to add some interesting gameplay mechanics as you leave a trail behind, a trail of string and yarn, you know, and it's a seem to be a very deep and emotional game. I'm certainly looking forward to see how it turns out, and it's probably going to be a game that is going to be covered on this channel when it releases, as I will definitely be buying it. And in other tech news this week, we have seen the announcement of the new 300 series and Fury series from AMD in their GPU department. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed at the 300 series being just a 200 series refresh, but I mean, there's not much else to expect. However, they did announce three new cards even. The Fury X, Fury Nano, and the Fury. Now these cards are the first to feature HBM memory, which is high bandwidth memory, which should be good for stuff such as 4K gaming. Now these cards are orientated at the 4K and VR market. They should be very powerful, and we are hoping to see reviews coming out sort of next week when they finally release. Now, depending on the benchmark, that may be my go-to GPU when I come round to upgrading my PC. The announced price seems to be very, very competitive and possibly undercutting Nvidia by quite a bit, and depending on the leaked benchmarks, if they are correct, the Fury X looks to be outperforming the Titan X, as was the case with the R9 290X last generation with the Titan, and it's much cheaper, so it should be a good choice for high-end gamers on a budget. Now, over the next couple of weeks and months, we're going to be trying to get more videos out on this channel, and we will hopefully be starting series on perhaps DayZ, Depth, GTA 5 heists maybe, CSGO, Payday 2, and any other games that you guys recommend or that we find ourselves. We're going to try get the videos up to 2 videos a week plus the Friday live stream, so that's probably going to be a Wednesday and Sunday video as well as live streaming on a Friday. However, these may be moved around to better accommodate the videos. As some of you may have noticed, ads have been enabled on our videos, so if you could please click them, that would help. They would help us out very much, and thank you for subscribing to us, really. So leave a like on the video if you like this style of video, and we will try to get more out, as well as leave a comment if you have any games for us that you recommend that we play on this channel, and hopefully we will be able to have a look at them and perhaps get videos out on them. So thanks for tuning in, and goodbye.